Hello student, welcome all of you in the online platform of Vishwas School Pune. Student, plus 8th class, second lesson history we have started earlier. In 2-3 videos we have read about the European company come into the India, how they come to India and establish their empires. All the European company want to extend their trade and profit maximization from India, because India was a rich and natural resources wealth country. So all the company come to India, and when different European company come to India, India become the area of competition between these European power. So last video we have studied about the French and East India Company, British East India Company. These are the two main rivalries in the South India. Today we have seen how they compete each other. Anglo-French rivalry in the Carnatic. कर्नाटक के आसपास के एरिया में एंग्लो फ्रेंच रिवेलरी, इंग्लिश और फ्रांसीसियों और अंग्रेजों के बीच की जो लड़ाई थी. In order to have a monopoly over the trade, India and East Island, it was necessary for the British to eliminate their rivals. British want to monopoly over the Indian trades, and necessary for that the British eliminate their rivalries, and in rivalries the chief among them was the French. French was at the top rivalry of the British. Also to earn maximized profit by buying raw material at the lesser price, it was necessary for them to have a political control over the country with whom they had trade relation. It was necessary for them to have a political control over the trade and the country of the India, and had the trade relation with India. So these are the situations. England and French were traditionally rival in most of the European wars to 18th century. In 18th century, in Europe, there are so many war begins, and all of the war, the British and the French are the rivalries. दोनों आमने सामने होते थे. The conflict to trade interest between them finally ended with the three Anglo-French War of the Carnatic War that was fought from the 1746 to 1733 in India. There was fought the three war of Karnataka between the French and Anglo. In between 1746 to 63. They are called the Carnatic War, as most of them were fought in Carnatic region and other part Tamil Nadu. Tamil Nadu and Carnatic region become the place where most of the war happened. The war finally resulted in the establishment of British power in India, and three war decided that the French were weak and the British won the battle of the Carnatic, and they established their empires. द ब्रिटिश कन्क्वेस्ट ऑफ बंगाल, उसके बाद आफ्टर दैट द ब्रिटिश मूव टू द ईस्ट एंड बंगाल was the wealth and richest region that time, so they conquest the Bengal. In the 18th century, Bengal was a rich power province. It was flourished well in trade and commerce. The English had established their first factory in Bengal in 1651. 1651, the year when the British East India Company established their factory in Bengal by the permission of Sultan Shah Jahan, then Subedar of Bengal. Shah Jahan, then the Subedar of Bengal, give the permission to East India Company to establish their first factory in 1651. Further, the English got the Jamidari of three villages, Satanuti, Kalikatta and Govindpur in 1698 from Subedar Ajmis Ussa. Ajmis Ussa give the permission, give the Jamidari of three villages, of the big villages of the Bengal region, Satanuti, Kalikatta and Govindpur in 1698. In 1777, the Mughal Emperor Farrukhsiyar granted several trading privileges to the East India Company. And in 1717, the Mughal Emperor gave the privileges to the East India Company for the trade. The company now become entitled to buy and sell anything from Bengal paying without custom duties. So, company paying without any custom duty. Company not give any king to money or the other, but they are going to free trade between the region. Custom duties. Without custom duty, they are going to trade relations. It also become free to carry goods and from Bengal. They also become free to carry goods to Bengal. There are so many goods carry from Bengal without any paying. Bengal was then ruled by the Ali Vardi Khan. Ali Vardi Khan, when was the king, he kept a close watch over the activity of the company and how the English were misusing the power generated to them. The power given by the previous administrator or the king, the British misuse that power given by the kings. And Ali Vardi Khan, watching the activity of the British East India Company and seeing that the British East India Company moved to misuse their power. So, this is the story of the Bengal, and after that we see how they won the Bengal in 1764, 57, the year when they won the Bengal. So next video we clarify how the British conquest the Bengal. Thank you. Have a nice day.